Hi Pisces, here is a general look at your solar chart for July 2016, and it looks like you could have a bit of fun. It looks sociable. It looks like you're coming into more space and connecting maybe with people at a distance, and also just enjoying good company or getting into something that you really enjoy. It could be entertainments, it could be arts, it could be leisure pursuits, it could be anything that you just get a lot out of. It could even be work, and you really feel empowered by that. You can generally feel as though you're more the center of attention. It could for some of you be very much connected to a romantic kind of period, phase. I say period or phase, who knows, it could go on, but if you're looking, that is. So this is playful. It's a playful period. It's time for making friends. It's time for enjoying old friends, old associations, maybe a boost to your love life, getting in touch with your own playful inner child. Now, I want to talk about Saturn. It is a little bit like chalk and cheese, or indeed, no, sweet and sour, really. Saturn is at the top of your chart. So this is a long transit of Saturn there. At the moment, through June, July, August, September, and some of October, Saturn is very close to your ruling planet, Neptune. So by degree, they are kind of dancing around with each other. And just a word in your ear about how to get the best out of them. Of course, Saturn loves the rule of law, loves regulations, loves shape, structure, likes to be quite traditional and maybe quite responsible and a little bit po-faced. And Neptune isn't like that at all. Neptune really does not even connect that easily to this dimension, because Neptune is from the more abstract level. It's a level which is beyond thought, which is beyond opinion, judgment. It's a kind of unified sort of, it's a place of unity. So there's no boundaries. The sea, of course, the seas of our planet are governed by the planet Neptune, and indeed the god Neptune, or Poseidon, the god of the seas. So now we have the two of them really close together, bringing a huge amount of confusion about what to do. There's not the hard evidence that, as I've heard it describe, ground truth on which to base decisions. It's all rather sort of up in the air, and it's difficult to it's harder work to clarify things and get organized in one's thinking so as to go forward in a sort of focused way. In fact, I did another video just about Saturn Neptune. This is just about how Saturn Neptune might be affecting your sign alone, but I did another general video where I took it out wider and applied it to the EU referendum and trying to make a decision about that. This is early June that I'm making this video, and also to the US elections. So yeah, the place that Saturn is in, pure and simple, is a place where you can slowly make changes and work harder at improving your image, or changing and then building up a new image for yourself in the world. So that might be professionally, but it can also be your general life choices and your general direction that you want to be going in now, and how others see you. Is very much a kind of exposed house, the 10th house that Saturn is in this long transit in. So you have to think about reputation, you have to think about, at times, not all the time, bureaucracy. You have to think about parents maybe as well, or parental type figures. And this will aid and abet you to redefine your place in the world. And this is the time of the harvest, where you take what's good maybe from the past, and you reap the harvest of the past as well at this time. And you may feel that you're not doing the work or projecting the image or receiving the recognition that you would like, and this is your opportunity over this long transit. Saturn's in there until late December 2000, until late year December 2017, this transit will help you to build something new from the ground up. You Pisceans born the 27th of February to the 2nd of March, or with 9 to 12 degrees rising, going to feel that energy the most. At the moment though, Neptune is your ruling planet. Neptune's in your sign for a very, very long time. I mean, for a number of years, transiting through your sign just now. So that means that there's uncertainty in your mind maybe, or because of uncertainties around you about which way you're going to be going with something. Again, the make your mind up moment with the elections and how to vote is rather bad timing as far as this transit is concerned. So if it was just about that, but it'll be about other things, of course, in your life. So it's difficult to clarify things and to go forwards in a confident way, because your sense of what your inner self really needs may be weaker, or your sense of reality is somewhat skewed at times over the current Neptune transit through your sign. Saturn coming in, actually, if you play the Saturn card right, is probably a good thing, because Saturn brings in the realism. Saturn brings in the sense of, okay, limitations, this is how much can be achieved within these parameters at this time. Saturn rules time, of course, and Saturn loves to put things in boxes, which is completely alien to Neptune. So if you bring in some Saturn into the Neptune energy, then you can make hopes and dreams and visions come true, really, because that's Neptune's job. Is the hopes and the dreams and the visions, well, particularly the visions and the dreams, and what you see, in your imagination. And it's Saturn's job to figure out the mechanics of it all. So with these two together, playing them right together and not letting one step on the other's toes, you could be doing all right with this one. Here's the opportunity to establish yourself in a new, more realistic, less ambiguous, sort of vague, indecisive, vacillating maybe manner in the world. Now, when I say the world, it's targeting whichever areas of the world that are most salient to you at this time. Maybe having to let go of too high a standard, too utopian a vision. Maybe it's like that, of how the world, or whichever is relevant to you, how the world ought to be run, rather than, okay, what can be done now? We have what we have, what can be done here? And also you may take stock of how some may be leaning on you a bit more heavily as well, and reviewing how much support you are doling out here, and really sometimes we just have to do it because it's obvious, it's a no-brainer, but if it's seriously been cramping your own style, or bringing you, I don't know, depleting you in some way, then maybe you have to make a decision, because you have to save your own life. And after all, nobody else is going to be living your life except you. You're responsible for it. Now, be careful not to become the servant to those who need to stand on their own 2 feet a little bit more, if possible. Okay, so now back to the faster planets, just checking my time here, and the Sun. So Mercury is very much focusing your mind upon the practical aspects of life. Thoughts could revolve around repairs, maintenance, health, yours or another's, at this time. And then Mercury, well, first of all Venus, and on the 12th, then Mercury on the 14th move out of there, and delete what I was saying. Mercury moves into there, and you thinking about the practical side of your bright ideas or what you want to achieve. Venus is in there as well, so helping you with authority, helping you with service providers, maybe authority type figures as well. But yeah, yeah, probably, given where Saturn is, or people, you know, that you look up to in some way, that you want to make the right impression on in some way. So, but with Venus there, you know, you could get a friendly sort of reception. You could feel that you can make a relationship with this person. Maybe it's a fleeting one, but at least it, you know, at least it's better. It's more balanced. Or indeed, if you're the one giving the help and assistance and the service, then again, you could feel as though you've got some kind of relationship with this person. And in general, this energy links you more to anything you personally find helpful, of assistance, a practical help, maybe, you know, a mechanic or somebody who is providing another kind of service. So even if the problem's not resolved, you might feel as though it wasn't too bad an interaction between the two of you. Okay. Right, so then the sun moves out of there and goes into the area where, on the 22nd, where there's a lot of niggly details, more to think about, maybe more to analyze, more plates to sort of spin in the air. Mars is actually in a long-term outgoing area of your chart. It's a good time to launch into something, maybe train in something, or indeed you know, it's an area to do with learning. So maybe you want to try something out. Maybe you want to see, experience more of what you've learned. Maybe it's like that. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to enroll for something and sign up for something, buy the ticket for something. Maybe you are having more to do with people from a different type of background who've got the knowledge that you would like to have, or indeed they're just have a different background and a different slant on things. Maybe you are seen as the advisor or the mentor or the one who's got the wisdom to advise others. It can be a little bit of a mixture, I suppose. But now is the time to push the envelope of daily life and get outside of the box, you know, do something differently, go home in a different way, or just try out something differently, because it might then open the door to bring a lot more potential abundance in your direction. And Jupiter is opening the way to a wider range of options in personal or professional alliances. So through who you know, they can be bringing to you strange news from another star. That was a book by Herman Hesse. Sorry about that. Just popped into my head. But they could, you know, it's like, how unbelievable is that could be going on in that other place, or just maybe opening your eyes to things that had eluded you before, perhaps, and others maybe at a distance, or they have this very different take on things to you. You are intrigued by that, and they could be intrigued by you because you're very different for them. And somebody very special could even come into your life at this time, or maybe more than one person could come into your life at this time. And those of you born the 6th to the 13th of March, or with 16 to 23 degrees rising, going to feel that energy the most this month. And of course Neptune, as I have mentioned before, bringing out the more sensitive, helpful side of your character, but also the long-suffering side of your character as well. So hence the words I said earlier about, you know, shaping up a little bit and maybe pulling things in a little bit tighter, so that your life is a little bit more comfortable. Pisceans born the 28th of February to the 3rd of March, or with 10 to 13 degrees rising, are going to feel that energy the most this month. And that's it for July. If you know your rising sign or your moon sign, listen to those. And also, if you want to, you can read up this material on DianaGarland.com. Hopefully the videos will be on there this time. And if not, I mean, maybe you're watching this on YouTube, so you don't need the video at all. So that was that was kind of caught me in a time warp there. Of course, if you're seeing this video, you don't need to see them on my website, do you? But maybe it is on my website. It's very strange doing this sometimes. It's very much back to the future doing astrology. Okay, and I think that's it, but it probably isn't. Anyway, it's it for now. I'll see you the next time.